Anthony looking especially Italian for this episode.
I showed up in style. What can I
say? Nice.
What's up, boys?
Chillin'.
Did we have a good Labor Day, gentlemen?
Yeah, I went camping.
It was chill. Camping.
Nice.
Hell yeah, I went camping with my girl.
Camping with your girl.
How was it?
It was awesome, honestly. Beautiful.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Dude, I worked yesterday, but the rest of my weekend was really dope.
You worked on Labor Day, damn.
Yeah, dude. Restaurant employees get no rest.
Yeah, I'm surprised your restaurant was still open.
Most are.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess so.
People still got to eat on Labor Day, Jake.
There's a bunch out here that were closed.
I mean, I'm sure some closed, and like the one that you guys ate at, but my other job, the one I only work a couple mornings a week, they were the one that's open, and Monday just happens to be my work day, usually no matter what.
Oh, okay. My lines are looking really low on the recording.
You sound, other than your voice sounding a little raspy.
Yeah, it's a little raspy. That's just my voice.
Yeah. Yeah, you've been out in the woods breathing that air.
Dude, well, my fucking blow-up mattress, I never washed it from the last time I went camping, and it had tons of mold on it.
Oh, gnarly.
So I probably breathed that in, and it's going to kill me soon.
Hell yeah. Yeah, you sound delicious.
I mean, your volume sounds fine to me. Your voice doesn't sound fine.
Yeah,
that
your
sounds
voice
like black
sounds...
mold is growing on the inside.
Really? My voice sounds that
right?
bad?
You sound rough.
It sounds a little.
You sound like you've been
gruff.
yelling a lot.
Yeah,
No,
yeah, exactly.
Even. Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little raspy, baby.
Maybe a little raspy, baby. Maybe I should lubricate the throat.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Lubricate.
There you go. Lube it up, baby.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay, so Jake, before we discuss the matter at hand,
yes,
we were talking. We need to talk about what should we do for 250. We're asking this now because this will be released a few episodes beforehand. Give the commies time to jump in on the conversation also. So do you have any thoughts? 250 should be a biggin.
Should we do a comic or what?
I think we should do a comic.
Yeah.
I think we should do a comic, but, when we first started off, like our first episode, for instance, is WandaVision. It's not a comic. Our second episode is Wonder Woman 1984. I don't think it's out of character to do a comic book movie if that was the case.
That's true.
You know what I mean? It was just how we started. It was our bread and butter, let's say. Always has been.
I mean, I'd be down to do a comic book movie, or I don't really care. I do think that since this is coming out in spooky season, I thought about horror as the options.
True.
And I have two in mind.
Go ahead, shoot.
Spit them out.
Number one is the one that I'm not sure Jake will be on board with.
What?
Uzumaki.
I don't even know what that is.
By Junji Ito. It's like probably like the most widely acclaimed horror manga.
Okay.
It's the only one I've ever read. And it's a manga.
Ooh, manga for 250.
That's different.
Yeah.
Different. Well, and don't forget, for 250, the plan is the three of us in New York recording it together in the same room with the same weed.
Yes. Yes.
I mean,
yeah. So that's option number one.
I'm not opposed to that, but what's option number two?
Alan Moore's Swamp Thing.
I'm down for that. I have it.
Ooh, Swamp Thing. Like how much of Swamp Thing?
I think just the first volume, probably.
I have volume 1.
Yeah.
How many issues is that? Just like 6 issues?
Yeah, it's like 6.
Yeah, probably. I don't know, honestly.
But it's like a crazy comic, I think.
No, I was saying it might be 6. I don't know. I've never looked at it.
It might be longer. I can't remember.
That would be my pick over your first one. I was telling Cody that someone suggested Civil War, the comic. Cody seemed lukewarm about it too. So then I would love to do an episode on that, but I guess not 250.
I think Civil War deserves an episode.
Yeah.
I don't think Civil War, unless you want to talk about something that ain't getting a 6, I don't think we should.
I honestly don't mind non-6 things. Our conversations could be, by the way, if you're just tuning in, for the first time for the second episode of Sopranos September, we always rate everything on the 1 to 6 Joe Pesci scale. So
Facts.
Yeah, 1 to 6. It's the only scale that counts on this podcast.
yes, sir. On any podcast.
I would say if we do a comic book movie, I'm leaning away from the spooky vibe for this, but I would say X-Men 2.
Ooh, I like that too. I like
It's
that.
it's a really good movie, and I don't know, people love it and see it. That would be my movie guess. That would be my movie suggestion.
I like Swamp Thing, and I like that.
Okay, I'm open to it.
So how about we throw? How about those two choices seem to win because you guys don't like the Civil War idea, but I like both Swamp Thing and X2.
Okay.
So let's let it stew out there. If you're listening to this, let us know. You can comment now on Spotify, by the way. So tell us.
Also, let us know if you want Uzumaki. I think at some point we should do it, even if it's not 250, just because one, if we cover, I don't think we should regularly cover manga because that ain't us. But hey, man, it's a field in like basically the same art form.
I'm not against doing any manga.
No, yeah, me neither.
I don't have a lot of it, but I'm down.
That's the only one
It's
I
not us
own.
because we haven't done it yet, you know?
Yeah,
they
it's
hate
the
us
only
because
one I
they
own.
ain't us.
Hey.
You guys see my new background? I put up all my figures and Funko Pops.
Yeah, dude,
and
shit's looking pimp.
got my big saber tooth up there.
Nice. I see. That saber tooth is awesome.
Jake's proud of that saber tooth.
I love that saber tooth. I also got the Apocalypse, Anthony, that I bought at New York Comic Con.
Nice. That's a great one.
Dude, speaking of which, if this is your first time listening to us, we will be at New York Comic Con 2024.
That is October 17th to October 21st or 20th.
Something like
7,
that.
8, 9,
4 days.
20th.
Yeah.
20th.
Yay. So we'll be there.
We're gonna be there.
If you are there, holler at us.
Yeah.
Yeah, know what I realized? I have a ton of comics that we could give away to people. So let's do that. If you see us, we'll give you something.
Somebody
Yeah,
hit
we'll
me
give you
up.
something.
I'm assuming they messaged one of you guys, but they were like, they DM'd me. And they were like, I hear you're giving away comics. And I was like, yeah. It was, what's his name? Balin?
Oh,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, he's one of our. He actually suggested Civil War. So if you don't like that idea, get mad at him. Don't blame me.
Well, I like Balin.
No, I like
I'm
the
going to give
idea.
him a comic.
I like Balin. You don't have to dislike somebody for them to have a bad idea.
Facts.
You're right. You're right. You're right.
And all we
Jake
have
has
here
them all
is
the
good
time.
ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Such
Like
as
Sopranos September.
Exactly. Well, you already know. Welcome to Comics and Chronic. I am but one of your hosts, Jake FH. As always, joining me is Anthony Inaccio and Cody Cannon.
Hey.
And this is Sopranos September,
Hell yeah.
a direct sequel to our Sopranos Summer we did a few years ago.
2 years ago.
2 years
2
ago.
years ago, yeah.
We took that hot 2-year hiatus.
Exactly.
And we're back, baby.
Yeah. Better CGI, more dragons.
But so I've been listening to some of the Soprano Summer episodes to see what we were talking about. And one of the things, Cody, we were talking about in an episode was that you said, and this was 2 years ago, you said in this episode, you said in 2 years, you would have a Comedy Central special.
Ooh.
Oh, no.
You said it.
Well, that was unrealistic of me.
Hey, I mean, you're getting there.
Yeah.
How much closer, I guess, are you to that?
Well, I'm recording my debut special, and I've got somebody willing to shop it, an agent willing to shop it around for me if he thinks it's worthwhile after he sees it.
Nice.
Oh,
So-
fuck yeah.
Also, you could still like whether Comedy Central picks it up or not. I think your comedy is good enough that Comedy Central is not like the end all be all like it used to be.
Oh, fuck
No,
no.
definitely not.
You know what I mean?
Oh, fuck no. No.
It's a shell of its former
Yeah,
self.
like now
Yeah.
I've seen some comics that kind of suck have their own specials. So,
For sure.
but Cody is not one of them.
No, definitely not.
No, I think I'm headed in the right direction, and I think I'm closer to. I'm just honestly really excited to record my special in November.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, finally. Get to retire the pussy eating, the period joke.
It's time. It's time to retire it.
I'm retiring it.
And speaking of retiring pussy,
Oh.
That is
I like
the
that.
nicest transition in the podcast history.
Facts.
No doubt.
Facts.
That was smooth.
Ooh, it's a fun house here. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
Hey-o. Well, we are covering season 2, episode 13, Funhouse.
Banger. Seriously,
episode.
I would say in the top, one of my favorites in the series.
I agree.
Amazing.
This is an episode that ranks very high for me.
It was definitely, this was my second choice for this season because Jake did all of last season.
Yeah.
This season, I picked 2, Anthony picked 2, and Jake did picked the Patreon.
Yes.
And I do gotta say, even though I did pick this, Jake gave me the alley-oop.
What do you mean?
You were like, dude, Funhouse is a great episode, and I was like, yo, I was actually gonna pick it if you weren't.
Nice.
So.
That's the Kobe Shaquille O'Neal duo we are.
Yeah, dude.
And I'm
Who's
the other
Shaq?
guy on that team.
Yeah.
Oh, we're back at sports, baby.
You're the owner. You're Jerry Buss.
Okay.
yeah.
I'm the owner.
I mean, hey, that HBO show was really good with John C. Reilly.
That's what Jake would say to me if we were like little kids on the playground. He'd be like, "You don't get to play. You're the boss. You just sit over there."
No, yeah, this is a banger episode, and also like I said in the Sopranos Summer, I always liked Pussy. I like his character,
He's one of my favorite characters.
flawed as much as anyone else is, but also I don't know. I feel for him in certain moments.
Yeah, he's one of my favorites, and like even though he is a snitch and he gets what he deserves, you really empathize with him.
Yeah,
See, I for some reason I just never,
yeah
I never
you don't
do.
like, you don't like Pussy.
I never like him. I like his character. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I like his character. Like I think what you guys are saying is right, but for me, for some reason, he doesn't rank as one of
Just
my
your
favorites.
cold heart, Anthony.
No, I like he's a great character. Like, and this whole episode is about Tony and him. Like, even though Tony's having these fever dreams, it's what
Dude,
leads to what
the
happens
fever
in the
dreams
episode.
are so cool. This is like one of, if I'm remembering correctly, one of the first like truly psychedelic episodes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
There's like small dream things, but this is like a full on like long like dream sequences. We don't
Yeah.
really see
True.
them like this in too many episodes. Like I remember some in the first season, but it's just
season 1 when it's when there's assassination attempt on Tony. It's the 2 black guys that try to kill him. He keeps thinking he's talking to the Italian woman that's house sitting for his neighbor, who actually doesn't exist.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
And in that episode, he has a dream where he's like Italian, barely speaks English, and he goes up to like some house like in the woods, and he's like, hello, like no speak English. And you just see like the silhouette of this woman on the stairs, and he's like kind of uncomfortable with it. And it might be his mom, or you don't know.
Yeah.
Right.
For sure.
But no, this is definitely, I think like the first like heavy, like most of the episode is dream, which Sopranos has a bunch of episodes like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of like a cool side quest in the Sopranos series is when they have these like trippy, because they're so trippy. It does such a good job of capturing like the bizarreness of a dream and how there's like a lot of your subconscious that leaks into your dreams. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like it does a good job of really encapsulating that, like how some things don't make sense. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like how when he goes up to the binoculars to look out into the ocean, and what he sees is himself shooting Polly.
Yeah, they're playing cards, and then he shoots Polly.
Yeah.
And then he's talking to Melfi about it. He's like, I don't understand. I find him annoying.
This
but,
is
you know.
pre-nerfed Melfi.
Yeah,
Pre-nerfed Melfi.
exactly. As of right now, Melfi is still powerful as fuck. Omega level Melfi.
Yeah. It's a couple seasons until she gets nerfed.
Yeah. I think it's around 4 or 5 probably.
Yeah, exactly. She's at full power here. She even tells Tony, she's like, I used to be frightened.
Yeah. That's a great conversation.
You know what? Just because, and it's so stupid, just because we always talk about like X-Men and stuff like that. There's also a moment when Melfi's talking to Tony in this episode, and she's like, your mother tried to kill you. And then she's saying like, so when you were a kid, you know, she must have inflicted serious psychic damage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I
psychic
was like, man,
damage for sure.
Olivia Soprano's Omega level psychic in the Sopranos.
Yeah.
universe.
Oh,
sure.
that is
Right?
Olivia. Yeah. Olivia Soprano.
Emma Frost
Omega
level.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. And she is truly the Ice Queen. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Olivia Soprano.
Olivia
Yikes.
Soprano.
She's great though. I'm glad she has an appearance in this episode.
Yeah. Dude, she's one of those characters you truly love to hate.
Yeah.
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 Ugh.
Yeah, I never feel bad for her.
Yeah, no way. No
Nope.
how.
And like I was just saying, she has, not in this episode, but recently she's tried to kill Tony. And like she's not, they don't really see each other a lot this season, in season 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. At the start of the episode, he walks in with his younger sister, who you only see like 3 times in the series.
Oh, Barbara.
Barbara, yeah.
Yeah.
Rare appearance by Barbara. in this
Yeah. Rare Barbara sighting. Dude, Barbara's a baddie.
I agree, actually. I think Barbara's hot.
Barbara's hot as the Dickens.
She's the most normal soprano in the family too.
She does it for me. It's that jet black hair, her face.
Oh.
Seriously, I think she's hot.
Yeah, I'd leave a life of crime behind but for Barbara. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Barbara is the most normal out of all of them.
Yep.
Has a normal husband and kids and shit.
Yeah, and she rarely appears in the series.
Yeah.
That's why, because she knows to stay away from that side of her family.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
She does a good job.
They changed the actress for Barbara in season 5.
Yeah.
In one scene, it's a dinner at Uncle Junior's house.
Recasting Barbara like she's fucking Rachel in The Dark Knight. Dare they?
I like that
They
was
did it
your
first.
point of reference. Rachel.
Yeah, mine would have been Fresh Prince.
I was going to say the same thing.
Oh yeah.
I was literally going to say Vivian.
Yeah,
On
for
Viv.
sure. On Viv.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They made her light skinned.
They did the same thing to Barbara.
Dude, there's also some
so
really
funny.
funny moments in this episode.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. It's the Tony's already sick. He's throwing up, and Artie is over at his
Artie
house.
Bucco, man.
our
He
boy
gets
Artie.
pissed
Get
that
Artie
Tony
up here.
accuses him.
Yeah, he's
Tony
like,
accuses him for the muscles,
Yeah,
and
the
Artie's
muscles.
like, no.
Yeah.
No, and because and so he calls
pussy.
and is like, yo, you ate the muscles too. Are you sick? He's like, no. He's like, was the Indian food? Boom.
Yeah.
Smoked
Well,
He says he
Tony.
has a little bit of diarrhea.
But he said a touch of diarrhea, and then Artie's like a
touch.
touch of diarrhea, nothing.
Yeah, dude, that's so funny.
And he's downplaying the whole situation the whole time.
Well, the best part is when he's on the phone with Pussy. Pussy like freaks out. He's like, "Whoa, fuck! Am I gonna get sick too?" And he's like, "What? Salmonella? No, what?" You know, like he just starts saying things.
And the whole time, Artie only really cares about the restaurant. He doesn't actually seem to care about Tony at all.
No.
Well, fuck it. Honestly, Tony's done so much to Artie. He literally burnt down his restaurant.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
I feel like he's allowed to not give a fuck about Tony's well-being.
No, but I thought that was
Plus
funny. It was
also
just
a little nausea. Grow up.
I liked how AJ was like, "Oh man, who's ripping loud ones?"
Yeah. Well, you hear Tony like fart throughout.
Yeah. It's hilarious. I'm sure it's meant to be funny. They just add the fart noises
Yeah,
every
oh,
time
for
he's
sure,
in the
yeah.
bathroom. We love our little fart jokes,
Yeah.
don't we, boys?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There's also a
Sopranos
part
wasn't afraid.
where it's Dr. Cusimano, their neighbor, is over, and Tony is laying by the toilet and he's having a fever dream. But I think in this part, he's having sex because in real life he's like smiling, and
Yeah.
Carmela's like, "What is he doing?
Yeah,
Is he
that's
smiling?"
when he fucks Melfi in his
yeah.
dream.
Yep.
Yeah,
And dude, when he tells her about that, she's like, oof.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Because he's being such a scumbag in that moment.
Yeah.
But she's all about it. Whereas in real life, she would not be.
Oh no, I meant in real life. Yeah, in real life, she's like when he tells her, he's like, I
Yeah,
had a
when he-
dream.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
But wait, so at the beginning of this episode, right? First he's talking to Olivia at the beginning of the episode. Like it's the whole thing where he's giving her plane tickets. Because no one wants to house Olivia, apparently.
Yeah.
Like Barbara's like, oh, Tom said she can't live with us,
Yeah.
like blah, blah, blah. And then they're eating at the Indian restaurant. But then at Vesuvio's, they're eating zucchini flowers. Have you guys ever eaten zucchini flowers?
Yes.
No.
They're so good.
Yeah.
They're so good.
They are good.
It's definitely not what gave him food poisoning, by the way, because everyone was eating zucchini flowers.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
So we could eliminate that, because I wanted to ask, this is going to lead into this, like,
okay.
what do you think caused the food poisoning? Was it the Indian food? Because Pussy apparently did have Indian food as well, and so did a bunch of other people.
Yeah.
Furio, like, there was a bunch of people.
Right. And they ate at Vesuvius, but no one seemed to get the mussels. Again, like, that seems to be like a main suspect, but other people ate mussels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why did Tony only get sick?
Maybe it was, do you have a theory or what?
I have a theory that I just saw Michael Imperioli throw out there.
Okay, well, hold on. I want to tackle it.
I want to hear yours, though. Yeah.
I don't know if I have a theory so much as like maybe, okay, because it is what, dude, when I get food poisoning and I'm diarrheaing out my butt and throwing up, the last thing I want to do is get up and go out and like try and verify if someone's a snitch. But maybe it's like the last, since season 1 when he gets told that Pussy's wearing a wire, maybe it's just like a culmination of like something that he like low-key suspects and maybe even like knows in the back of his mind, and it manifests
like a stress reaction.
Yeah, a stress reaction. But
that's basically what Michael Imperioli's theory was.
Oh, okay.
That it's like nothing that he ate. It's like him, like it has to come out. Like it has to come out. Like he's been holding this down that he, like you said, he knows about the wire on Pussy, and like the fever dreams are all about Pussy. Like from the beginning of them to like the sleeping with the fishes, like he's having Godfather references in his fever dreams, like, and they talk like Pussy, like, and he's saying Tone, you like, this is how Tony is realizing things like it's a dream sequence, but it's giving us all this information like in true David Chase genius way.
Yeah.
He wrote this episode, by the way, so like it's David Chase.
Nice.
You know, Omega level David Chase, I'm gonna say. Because I really love this episode too, but you get what I'm saying? Like, it makes sense that like it's not really any like his reason for the Indian food is also like I don't want to even say vaguely his racist way of thinking. Like he's not blaming the Italian food at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, of course. Yeah. No,
such a good episode.
I like that. I like that theory that it needs to come out. Like he needs to purge himself of this thing that he knows.
Yeah.
Exactly. But it is one of his like best confidants and friends, and he knows like. It's like what he knows he has to do once, like, you know, the realization is set in. Like, there's no going back from that. Like, he has to take him out.
Yeah.
Like, there's no choice. There's no choice.
Yeah.
It's okay. Is it crazy to say this that Pussy is the original Ned Stark? Because he's such a main character that they kill off. Like that you don't really expect it. Like up until the last minute, you know, like when he's like, Tone, can I sit down? Like, you know, they're laughing a few minutes before that. Yeah, I'm going so far ahead. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. No, I want to talk about this scene too, because the first time I watched it, it was like kind of shocking and jarring, and like I felt a loss because I liked Puss. You know what I mean? First time I watched it, but going back and watching it again, it's definitely more. Like there's more signs that like this is it for Puss. You know what I mean? Like you just know it's gonna happen. The way Tony says, "Was she even real, Puss?"
Yeah.
Dude, that part is like really kind of sad, to be honest.
Yeah.
Sad, yeah. The way he says it is so sad.
Yeah. There's also like, because right before that, when he's telling the story, I love that he's like, he used to go down on her like this.
Yeah, for
and then,
sure.
And then Tony's like, hey, Puss, did she even really exist?
Yeah.
And he's like, and then like, dude, when he like puts his head down, Silvio's like fucked up.
Yeah.
There's also one of the funniest little like scenes on the boat. Silvio has to go up for a little bit to like get air.
Yes.
And Tony's like, what the fuck are you doing? And Silvio's like, don't yell at me. He's like, I'll yell at you. You don't like it?
Yeah. For sure.
It's almost like a little brother talking to his older brother. Like, don't yell at me.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's very childlike.
Yeah.
And even that scene, like when they're both up there and Paulie's just standing staring at Pussy. And you could tell
he does not give a fuck.
Yeah, you could tell Pussy's like low-key like worried. Because Paulie's like, you know, trigger happy. He's down to kill.
He's cold as fuck, Paulie.
Yeah. Okay. So here's something I thought about that. You know how Tony, so technically Tony's at 38 in this. how old do you think, if he's 38, how old do you think like Paulie and
Paulie's at least
Silvio,
like 20 years older than Tony.
I'd say, I was
he's
going to say
approaching
Paul,
60.
I think Paulie's probably like 55 in this one. I think
Because he also used to work with Tony's dad.
Yeah.
Yes. As we saw in the Many Saints of Newark. God.
Fuck that movie.
Do you guys exclude it from canon?
Yeah, I kind of do, to be honest. Like,
Mostly.
I just don't, like, I don't praise it. I don't talk highly of it.
Well, it sucks.
Wait, hold on. I didn't see House of the Dragon season 2, but hear me out because I know there's this whole thing with Eric and Eric.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like in the book, the whole thing about it is like, who won? Like, we don't really know. It's like always like two sides of the story. In the show, do they show us?
No.
They don't. You still don't know, right?
They don't,
So
they
stick
don't
to that?
show us who dies.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't know who wins that fight for sure.
You don't. But me and Cody, we talked about it and we thought who was the last one standing.
Yeah.
Okay, but this is all I mean to say that like in The Sopranos, fuck. Oh, I lost my thought.
No,
What
come
were we
on.
just-
You were talking about Eric and Eric.
Eric and Eric.
You don't
and we
know
were
Right
talking
before
about
yes, that
Paulie and Many Saints.
so the Many Saints of Newark, right? Like who's telling the story? Is it like Christopher's ghost or something? Like I forget like whose point of view the Many Saints of Newark is from. But there's just like scenes in the movie that are good and then ones that are like dumb with like Silvio and Paulie. And I'm just hoping that it's just like maybe it's like an inside joke, like because if it's I forget who's telling the story in it. But just meaning to say, like in the House of the Dragon, like that's how it was in the book, where it's like different points of view could distort the story. Do you think that could give Many Saints of Newark a little bit of a pass?
No.
No.
No, I really don't like
Dude.
it.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah.
I didn't hate it when I watched it, though. Like there
Oh,
were
I
just some
did.
moments that were just very bad.
It was like hard for me to get through.
I
Damn.
was so excited because I saw it in theaters with my friend Marco, and David Chase came out before the movie started and was like,
Oh, yeah.
thank you guys for supporting this and seeing it in theaters, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, I hope you enjoy. And then he left. And then the movie just sucked. And I was like, God damn it, dude. No wonder you came out before the movie ended.
Damn. Maybe he knew.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched it once. That's enough, you know?
Yeah. Same.
That's all you need.
Unless we do an episode on it, I would never watch it again,
Ooh.
probably.
Yeah, for sure. We should one year. If this continues, we'll do it every 2 years. Every year there's a House of a Dragon.
Yeah.
Just like how every year there's a leap year, there's the Summer Olympics. Every year there's a new season of House of the Dragon. We'll cover Sopranos.
Yeah. I was also reminded of this before I even saw Michael Imperioli's theory about everything and what we were just talking about. At the beginning of the episode when they're eating, Pussy's telling Furio, he's explaining. So the whole thing with this episode is they're doing this phone card scam.
Yeah.
And this calling card scam. And Pussy's explaining it in like vivid detail to Furio. And Tony gives him a look. And the way he's saying it, it's like someone saying it in vivid detail, like so someone on the wire, you know, and the
Ooh,
FBI could hear that. It just felt that way. And Tony's look like confirmed that. I feel like that's the moment he knew, but like that was the thing that, so we're going back to like what made him sick. Like that was the moment where he's just like, fuck.
Huh.
Does that make sense? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, because he's sick right after that.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right.
Okay, so
I like that.
Right?
do you remember when Puss was begging for, like, you're not necessarily begging, but he was like, I wasn't giving them anything. It was the runaround. This is work.
Yeah.
This
He
works.
was like, I've been giving them misinformation. I'm playing these
Disinformation.
Yeah.
yeah.
What were
Do
you saying?
How much? He was giving up a lot.
No, he
right,
was
to cover his
legit.
ass. Yeah.
Just ratting on everyone.
And what does he say in the episode? Like he's talking to the FBI agent in this episode. He says something about President Franklin. Like that's all he cares about. President Franklin.
Well, no, well, dude, he gets in the car with the FBI agent. He has the cash that he earned in an envelope, and he gives it to the FBI agent. And he takes out like 220s out of like what clearly is like a few $1,000s and gives it to Puss. And Puss just looks at it. And he's like, "Sweet, awesome. This is like what the fuck."
Yeah.
And they're talking about like the relocation for him. Like he's talking about some guy that's like the garbage commissioner or the sanitation commissioner.
Yeah, he's like some people
that's
do
the
really well for
future.
themselves when they go into witness protection. He's like one person became like a a garbage commissioner of a decent sized city.
Oh yeah, somewhere in Florida.
Yeah.
Like that's the future for pussy. It's just like that's not going to work.
No, exactly. Also, this episode is cool. I think it happens after. Yeah, it happens after they whack pussy. And I'm jumping around, but we can go back to the actual boat scene.
For sure.
But it's when the FBI comes to Tony's house and arrests him.
Yeah, and Meadow's like, this is the night before my
He's
graduation.
like, I'm graduating tomorrow.
Yeah.
Dude, but the best part is Tony, he goes to the FBI, they're doing his fingerprints, whatever, and he like almost like falls a little bit.
Yeah.
And that one FBI dude goes, Tony Soprano, weak in the knees. And he's like, I have food poison, you fuckhead. You think this scares me?
Yeah, that's such a good scene.
And then he's like, I forget about any food trays coming your way in the future.
Yeah.
Because he used to like give the FBI like for every holiday like a charcuterie plate or something.
Yeah. Hey, you did it Italian style. People like that shit.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Wow.
Hey yo.
Do you guys think, sorry, I'm trying to get the weed out of my grinder.
Do we what?
Um,
The suspense is killing me.
Do you think there's like any world, any alternate universe that would like make sense with them being like, all right, puss, like I know they can't. But like I remember the first time, like just like wishing that he hadn't gotten whacked in that moment. The first time I experienced this scene. Is this also the first time in the series that like a made dude, like a high ranking dude gets whacked?
I think, yeah, you might be right.
Like,
But not someone that was like a main character.
I think he definitely was. I think he was one of the main. Like I consider him.
Yeah.
No, pussy is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm saying someone, if anyone that was whacked, that was a made dude. It wasn't anyone that we were necessarily missing. That's what I'm saying. I really think pussy is the original Ned Stark. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, a character death that you don't really see. Like, it is out of nowhere. Even for pussy, it's out of nowhere. Tony, he knows Tony is sick. Tony comes to his house and just like barges into his room.
Yeah.
He's no prep whatsoever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just like, come on, we're going on the boat. Like,
Yeah. But you could tell, like,
fucked.
the moment he shows up at Pussy's house, Pussy's like suspicious.
Oh
yep,
yeah.
He knows.
Because he even's like, what's taking him so long up there, you know?
Yeah.
Well,
but what a
Tony-
great cover.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was shitting his pants.
Yeah. Tony like is a smart guy. Like you may believe him based on like appearance and stuff to be like just like a large thug.
Yeah.
But he's like Tony plays the fucking game. You don't become like he's not a part of head of the five families, but he's like the next up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's smart. He has a lot of charisma.
Riz.
He's the Riz master, man.
He is the Riz Master. OG.
All right, we can't say that. We're gonna lose sponsors.
Sponsors.
Yeah, we have so
Dude,
many.
speaking
of
of
those.
sponsors, didn't you want to give a certain...
Oh yeah, they're not sponsoring it,
No,
but so I got some strains of marijuana from. They're called BNT Canico. You could find them on Instagram. They definitely have a website. Check that out. But they're Sopranos strains and like mafia movie related strains. So one of them is called Satanic Black Magic. It's got a picture of Paulie's face from that scene. The one I was smoking right before this episode, Sopranos. Like with a Z. Really good. I've been actually smoking that.
Are they
Like,
sativa, indica?
they're all hybrids, I think, honestly. And then there was one called Laughing Gas, which had Joe Pesci and Ray Liotta on it from Goodfellas. See, Goodfellas.
Did it make you laugh?
It felt like a giggly one for sure, but I was almost thinking Goodfellas for episode 250, but it's not a comic or a comic book movie. But it does have Joe Pesci.
But it does have Joe Pesci.
And it is a classic.
Iconic.
Yeah.
It's criminal how little Joe Pesci movies we've done on the podcast, which is just one, Home
We've
Alone.
only done Home Alone.
And that was
Which is
barely us talking about Home
bananas.
Alone.
Yeah.
Well, that was a bananas episode.
Yeah, but Home Alone was bananas in pajamas.
Coming down the stairs, man.
Dude, yeah.
This episode was bananas and pajamas for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
So
it's a
trippy.
trippy episode.
Dude, that first scene where Tony lights himself on fire is almost
Yes.
scary.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like one of like there's like there are a few moments when like Sopranos always like is a tense thing, but that dream was like borderline terrifying.
That's
No, it
when
really
he's on the
was.
boardwalk, right? And it's like,
Yeah.
it's
He
like
lights
Chrissy
himself on
and
fire.
Paulie and
Yeah.
Pussy and everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
And it's
then he's
Patsy's
like,
twin, remember?
Yes,
Yeah.
and you see his face.
He goes, "Hey, Patsy,"
Yeah.
and then he turns his head. He's like, "Oh, yeah, right. Sorry."
Yep. And the whole thing is that he's saying like he's dying of cancer.
Yeah.
yeah.
And so that's why he's lighting himself on fire. And then right before he's about to do it, Christopher's like, "Oh, but what if they're wrong?" And then he's like, he kind of regrets it. Okay, but check this out. And this is something I connected myself. So
Ooh, okay.
Melfi's talking to him at the end of the episode, and she has this line because I was like, why does he light himself on fire? It didn't really make sense to me until Melfi says this. She says, "Rage is a big, loud, flaming self-distraction from feelings that are even more frightening."
Huh.
And then when Tony says frightening, like, what the fuck? Like, she says sadness. And she's like, when they're having this conversation at the end, she thinks it's all about Livia because she's like, "Tony, I feel like a great sadness on you." Like, she knows he's sad about something, which is obviously that he killed one of his best friend's pussy.
Yeah.
He's a sociopath, but he has feelings. Like, he still obviously doesn't feel great about the situation. But okay, so the line being rage is a big, loud, flaming self-distraction from feelings. So he was obviously been holding it down the whole time. And in his dream, this is when everything's coming out. So it kind of makes sense to me that in the dream, it's like, if he gives into the rage, if he's angry all the time, which in this season he really is.
Yeah.
And he's angry a lot of the time. Like, he's just a sad boy, he's just blocking all this. That's why Tony's angry all the time. Like, it's obvious, but like, that's what I thought that meant. Like, because that is a crazy moment in the dream where he puts himself on fire. But
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck does it mean? That's my interpretation of it. I don't know if that's...
Damn. I never even thought to look into it because, I mean, it should, because also like Tony is he's homicidal, but he's barely suicidal.
No, right. It didn't. That's what I'm saying. It didn't feel like suicide to me.
Yeah.
It meant something different. It felt like it meant something different.
Yeah. Almost like a samurai seppuku.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you also hear about, people lighting them. It's happened recently too, where people light themselves on fire in protest.
Yeah.
That's where I've seen that happen.
Yep. We've seen it. I roast my marshmallows on those guys. I don't know why I said that.
Oh, well, I think I'm going to give it an easy money 6. I mean, it's one of my favorite episodes. It's one of the best. It was very hard to watch, but like you earn it. You put just like Pussy earned the demise he got. You know what I mean? Like,
And this is the finale, right?
yeah,
Yeah, this is the season finale.
Yeah, and I like how the finale ends where it's that one song that's playing in the beginning of the episode is now playing in the end of the episode.
Yes.
And you see, they're at the graduation, they're taking pictures at Tony's house with Meadow. You also see, God, the dude, the gambling guy.
Yes, Takino.
Yes.
what's his name from the faculty in
Robert
T2?
Patrick.
Yeah,
Robert Patrick.
Yeah.
T2.
You see him like getting into his car and heading out west because he even tells Tony, he's like, "Oh yeah, like I'm gonna go be a ranch hand."
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Wait, did all that shit happen with him this season with his store and everything?
Yeah.
Okay, that's hilarious.
Yeah, that's all this. See, Tony like ruins his life.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, the guy
Yeah.
is also a gambling addict, so he ruins his own life.
Yeah.
But Tony definitely profits off of him ruining
Yeah.
his life.
Yeah.
It's just interesting to see like what in the finale during, there's like a montage of things during the song. You also see like a junkie at that motel ran by the Hasidic dude. He's like,
Yes.
and the guy like comes and puts his cigarette out, and it's interesting to see like
I forgot about that racket. That was part of this season too. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that started in season 1. That owner of the motel asks Tony for help.
Is that because the cop and it's the dad from Home Alone who plays the cop and he's coming to the hotel and he's bringing prostitutes?
No. No. It's when it's actually in like I think episode 1 or 2 of season 1, and Silvio says, "Oh, this Jewish guy wants to do business, whatever." And Hesh even warns Tony, he's like, "Don't do business with these people. They're fucking crazy." And then so they get the hotel, but that goes all the way into like honestly like season 4 when they have the executive game.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I've only seen Sopranos once through, so I forget about like these side stories that were happening.
Yeah, I've seen it twice through now.
Nice.
But every time we do this, when we did Sopranos Summers as well, I'm just like, fuck, I just want to watch every episode.
I know there's so
It's
much
so
to
good.
like analyze and catch. Like to this day, I still catch new things.
Yo, this viewing especially, I was just like, damn.
Yeah. Shit, I'm giving this episode a 6. Easy peasy.
Nice.
Lemon squeezy.
The first Sopranos September episode, we didn't give it a 666, but this episode, no question, walking into it, I felt like we were all giving it the 6. I'm giving it the 6. So that means we got a 6.
Actually, we have a little business to discuss. Jake, in the last episode, you said something about sucking your dick.
Oh shit, Satan. I mean, who's to say? Go on. What were you saying?
I said, yes, I'm listening.
Oh, I mean, look, I was high. I can't be held accountable for the things that I
Jake, that's the only time I hold you accountable.
said. Is when I'm high?
Yes.
Well, that makes sense because that's most of the time.
Exactly. Damn it.
I'm on a tight schedule. You're not the only soul I need to take.
Oh shit, are you gonna take my soul because I said you can suck my dick?
That's not the only reason, but yeah, I'm gonna take your soul, Jake. And Cody. I have Anthony's. That shit was easy. You guys are next.
That shit was easy.
Oh,
Oh fuck. Well, I'm sorry, Satan. If it keeps me out of hell, I don't want you to suck my dick.
You cannot apologize to Satan, and saying suck my dick, Satan, is equivalent to being a rat and going to the FBI. So I'll be seeing you on a boat very soon, Jake.
Oh shit.
Whoa.
I think I pissed Satan off.
whoa, the Satan saga.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. I mean, I have no
Oh
power.
my God.
I'm sorry that you pissed him off, but
Damn it.
don't piss him off. I don't know what else to say. You know he's
Do
listening.
you think, well, is this one of the first times we're going to have like a multi-episode like side arc to our podcast?
There's always a side arc happening. You know, if you've been here since episode 1, you don't know that I've actually been subliminally implanting ideas into Cody's mind so that when I say certain words,
Whoa.
Cody elicits a certain response.
What is that? What words?
Boobies.
What's the response?
You'll see. You'll see.
Boobies.
Just don't go to sleep tonight.
Oh, Jesus.
Is like how I become a dude? If boobies was all it took for me to become like a Manchurian Candidate,
It is all it takes.
Boobies. Is it someone saying the word boobies or showing you boobies?
I can't reveal any more secrets.
oh,
What you know what we can reveal is some things we got lined up for you guys.
Oh, the rest of Sopranos September?
That too.
Sopranos September. What are the last 3 episodes, Anthony? Refresh my memory.
Here's a refresher. We're doing Pine Barrens, season 3, episode 11.
Oh yeah, iconic.
For Patreon, we're doing The Wait, which is season 4, episode 4. And then we're doing Pie Oh My, season 4, episode 5. So that's all of
Nice.
Sopranos September. Sopranos Summer went longer. It wasn't just confined to a month, but all we're giving you is a month this time.
Yeah. Hey, we're always changing things up. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
We're hitting 250 episodes. You know, we got to surprise you sometimes to spice up this relationship of ours.
Yeah, spice it up. This thing of ours.
This thing of
This thing of ours. That's hilarious.
Well, suck our dicks, everyone.
But before you do that, go rate us on Spotify. You can now even leave comments.
Yeah, tell us what you thought about the episode.
Yeah, if you liked it, let us know. If you hated it, let us know.
Also, you can join our Patreon for some exclusive content.
Yeah,
Super exclusive.
for sure. For sure. You get a dark secret with the Patreon.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. No one else is doing that, so.
No one. If it is, it's like clickbait. It's like, what is the dark secret of Paul Walker? Actually, Paul Walker does have a dark secret. Look it up. Google Paul Walker dark secret. You don't want to know.
What? Whoa. Is this for real?
Yeah.
Shut up.
I don't lie. Paul Walker's no angel.
Oh, shit. Damn.
Whoa. Spice.
Spice.
It's not my job. It's Sopranos September. It's not my job to reveal years old Paul Walker news.
Hi, you're listening to Comics and Chronic, and I'm Jake FH.
I'm Cody Cannon.
And I'm Anthony Iannaccio.
And you can tune in every Thursday to hear new episodes of Comics and Chronic.
And make sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Comics and Chronic. That's Comics, the letter N, Chronic.
We'll see you guys next week.
Woo!
Peace.